I was once a preacher man, and like a student of religion, sometimes you get confused because you have so many religious denominations, so many world religions, that now you fail to say, where do I go and preach? But since we are in Zambia, where Christianity is the main religion, I want to quote the Bible from Matthew 22, verse 14. And in this verse, Jesus said, many are called, but few are chosen. Many are called, but few are what? I also want to quote Judges 7, verse 1 to 16. Gideon initially had 32,000 soldiers, but God instructed him to reduce the number to 300. So, Gideon had to administer a few tactics in order to arrive at 300 that God had told him to go with and fight. And so, he started by chasing away those or sending away those who were afraid. So he sent 20,000, 22,000 away, and left with 10,000. Then God said, the army is too big, you need to reduce it. And he reduced it to 300 by taking the 10,000 to the stream and allow them to drink because they were thirsty. So others just cooked and started drinking like goats. Others drank like a dog, nothing like this. Wow, then he chose those who were alert, who remained alert while drinking and vigilant at the same time. What am I trying to say here is that Lumezi will require 528 polling staff. 528 polling staff. Out of those, then we have trained more than 600. More than 600. Many are called, but few are chosen. And I know that out of 600, all of them could have started for an assessment. So that will be what Gideon used to get the 528. I thought I should put you in the room so that tomorrow you don't say why. Many are called, but few are chosen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the conclusion of a 5-day training. Isn't it? And I believe it was a fast-track training because learning the electoral process is not a one-day issue. It's not a 5-day issue. It can even take 6 years because elections sciences. Electoral process is a science, a complex science. Today we are seated here. You have the police, you have the ZAWA here, Zambia wildlife people, you have the ICT people, you have the teachers like me, you have the generals like him. All of them converging around elections. Is that not a complex discipline? It is. And when you go out there, you need a vehicle. There is a mechanic needed. There is a fuel, which means the ERB must come in, the energy experts, and so on, the road experts, and so on and so forth. That is how elections are. So because of that, we felt that people have to go through a training so that they can do a good job. And now, we have come to the conclusion. And sooner or later, we will send the 72 like Jesus did in Luke, in the book of Luke. Sending the 72 to go now and cast out demons. So, we will be sending you to go in the polling station, 88 polling stations. You are not going there to cast out demons. You are going there to administer the electoral process. And we believe that the training that we have gone through is one that has made you well-baked to deal with the challenges of a polling station. We don't want to expect you to be like the first batch of disciples Jesus sent out. And when they came out, they came back, they told Jesus, oh, where we went, demons were resisting to go. And Jesus had to say, how long am I going to be with you? And I hope that the trainers will not reach that point to say, how long am I going to be with you? Ladies and gentlemen, allow me now to read the speech that has been given and which is the position of the Commission. Commissioner General Vincent Mukanda, the Eastern Province Police Commissioner Robinson Mwemba, the DNPW, I think that is the National Parks and the Wildlife, is it? I don't know, that's how we pronounce it. The National Parks and Wildlife, the Department of National Parks and Wildlife, Senior Warden, Mr. Samaluko Francis, and his assistant, the Director ICT from the Electoral Commission of Zambia, Dr. Collins Kachaka, the District Electoral Officer, Madam Lumezi Kala, which I just left, senior officers from the Electoral Commission of Zambia, and comrades in the fight for a fair and free electoral process, the participants, the media. It is my honor and privilege to be here on behalf of the Commission and my fellow Commissioner here, General, to have an opportunity to speak to you all. As post staff or post staff to be, you are at the center of the conduct of the upcoming by-election in Lumezi District and Lumezi Parliamentary Constituency. Therefore, your work will have a lasting impact on the success of the elections. As you may know, conducting an election is a complex task that demands your dedication, efficiency, and integrity. Therefore, you have been trained to make sure that you are fully equipped with the knowledge, the skills, and the confidence to carry out this very important assignment to conduct the Lumezi Constituency Parliamentary by-election with the highest standards. You are not just the front line staff, and you will not be just the front line staff in the conduct of this by-election, but you will have to ensure that the process is fair, transparent, and secure. Voters will rely on you to guide them through the process, and the actions will uphold the integrity of the elections. All of you will be those that will be saved, the few that will go, who have been trained among the many on the specific procedures, isn't it? Is that not true? On the procedures and the tasks that will be performing during the election on Thursday, the 26th of June. It is important that you strictly follow these procedures when you are in the polling station. In case you are not sure, you are advised to consult. It's always good to consult. Actually, wisdom comes from consultation. You are also expected to maintain confidentiality of the process to the letter. If you belong or you sympathize with any political party, when you are in the polling station, please pocket that sympathy. Your allegiance at that point is with the Electoral Commission of Zambia. Are we together? Not with any other person. You do that thing after. That's when you can shimika now. My elections are good. After, not when you are in the polling station. Also avoid certain terminologies when you are in the polling station. There are people who are not sensitive. How you raise your hands, how you talk, will determine whether you are late. I'll give you an example. One time we were in Kawama, and we went to this polling station early in the morning to see what is happening. And this presiding officer comes out and started asking the people who were on the queue. Hey, I don't remember very much, but in Nyanja, you will say, "Mwakala tonse tuliko, at the polling station." Are you getting that? What are you implying there? You are growing a slogan. And once you do that, if the commission is there, they will not hesitate to recall you. Because, or you say, we have to go forward. You are a presiding officer. What are you saying? You are basically directing the voters Your role is to remain above slogans. If it's time to open, you just say it's 18 hours or it's 6 hours, it's time to open the polling station is officially opened. It is not your role to start asking whether they have come with everything. Okay? But those are real issues that we have found. So make sure that you keep, and when you start counting the results, you find the presiding officer is busy writing on the phone, sending to where they are supposed. If you do that, I think you are sending to a politician. You know politicians, they can implicate you. So they will implicate you, say, actually these results, we got them from this presiding officer. What would you have told the Electoral Commission? You made the wrong choice. I should not have been a presiding officer. So please make sure that you maintain confidentiality and you are non-partisan. You must be neutral and treat all voters fairly and without bias. As pollster, you may be drawn from various sectors of the community, but the knowledge and experience you have, or which you have acquired during this training, will make your role even more effective if you are put as an usher, a presiding officer, or something. Because we need 60 staff in every polling station. So, after the closing of the poll, your role in the counting process will be crucial. You should ensure that the process is transparent and all ballots are counted accurately, following all the procedure and the guidelines. You must also realize that as you do this work, it will be in full view of stakeholders, including but not limited to the media, political parties, election agents, monitors, and observers. So anything that you are likely to do, you should know that walls have who? Ears and eyes. The presence of these people should not, however, intimidate you, as you are there to perform your duties as you have been trained. And hence you must have the ability to remain calm and follow procedure. Don't be temperamental when you are in the polling station. And politicians who provoke you deliberately, don't start shouting. You don't know me. Me, I can beat you. You are a presiding officer. Me, I can insult you. I know how to insult from the smallest insult to the biggest one. You are a presiding officer. Cool down. Sometimes just smile and let them talk and continue with your work. Are we together? Yes. It is not a boxing ring when you are at the polling station. No. During this period, you will be reminded of each of your specific role, your authority, responsibility as you operate in the polling station. At the end of everything else, you must be able to smile and that you have delivered a credible process. And once you do that, you are now a source of pride to the commission. If you deliver a credible election, we are together, you are with us. You are part of us. But if you don't, you are on your own. Are we together? If you fail to deliver a credible election at your polling station, you are on your own. If you do a good job, you are with us, and we are together. And the credit even comes to us, and we'll be proud. So please make sure that you do that. And also expect to swiftly correct and report any incident to the relevant authorities. So if there are any issues, please report them quickly. Don't sit on them. Your competence levels should be high to meet the expectation of the Commission and that of the stakeholders, especially the voters, the polling and the election agents, monitors and observers. I also appeal to you to familiarize yourself with the Electoral Code of Conduct so that you do not find yourself committing an electoral offense as you carry out your duty. So you are also amenable or liable to an offense if you misbehave. Because the Electoral Code of Conduct covers. I would therefore implore you all that you concentrate on your work when you are at the polling station, pay attention to detail, and ensure that the process and the procedures are adhered to at all times. Now, 5 days are over. I believe you listened properly and you have passed. My desire is all of you should pass so that you give us a headache on how to get the fuel. Are we together? So finally, one time I was preaching, and after I preached, actually it was not me. It was one of the lost people. And this man had a white beard, long white beard. And he had red eyes and a bit of the forehead here. So this man was preaching. And at the corner, an old lady started crying. And this man actually preached even more that the Holy Spirit has touched that old lady. After the message, after the session had ended, the man asked the lady to come in front and explain how she felt after that good preaching and why she was crying. Is it the Holy Spirit or something else? The old lady came in front and the man said, please tell the people, that where you are sitting here, tell the audience how the Holy Spirit touched you. How the Holy Spirit touched you. And then the woman looked down, looked up at the man with red eyes and a white beard and says, you see, when you were preaching, I was touched. I was touched that last year, around this time, I lost a he-goat. And the he-goat had a long beard like you, and red eyes like you, so it reminded me, and I started crying. The preacher man was very shocked. I thought I had preached. I thought I had touched souls. Meanwhile, the woman was crying over he got lost last year. The moral lesson is that teach people who may not be in the room. They are thinking of elsewhere. And you have wasted your time.